Right now, we are looking at live look at the THV 11 Weather Garden, the Big Rock Interchange and Interstate 30, where Rob is building a family of snowmen, it looks like. He's really patting down that snow.
He is having a good time, isn't he?
He sure is. Now that snow, it looks a little bit more wet. The Big Rock Interchange looks like a good coating of snow there. In the THV 11 Weather Garden, it is still coming down.
And the good news is we haven't heard of any major accident. Is that? We've got Raven Richard playing in the snow too. She's having a good time out there. I don't think we've heard of any major accidents. Of course, we're staying up to date. We've got Deputy Adam Bledsoe checking in on the traffic, the conditions out there. Meredith Mitchell, Rob Evans, building a family of snowmen, as you mentioned.
Yeah, and Meredith Mitchell did mention that there. I mean, it was getting a little slippery out there.
Right. It was turning a little like sleet, and Rob was slipping. So be careful if you drive, if you have to go anywhere. A lot of schools are closed. You can see them at the bottom of your screen. But if you do have to get out, just take it slow. You know, no one's going to get mad at you this morning.
Yeah, no one's going to get mad if you are a little late, but if you want to avoid being late, just leave extra early.
Very true. All right, let's get a look now at what we're expecting the rest of this morning and the rest of this afternoon.
Okay, so one of the big things, one of the big issues that we're seeing this morning, not just with the slick roadways, we're also seeing limited visibility, and it's not going to improve. We're down to 2 miles in Little Rock. 20 minutes ago, it was up to 3. We're now taking out a mile. So on a perfect clear day, you want to be 10 miles out. It is down to 2 in Little Rock, 2 in Russellville, 1 mile in Searcy, and about 5 in Stuttgart. Here's where the snow is right now. We saw a thick band of snow across north and north central Arkansas that mainly pushed off towards the northeast, and then some snow band expanded towards the south. So Little Rock seeing some of that snow. The first band happened around 1 to 2 a.m. The second one right around 5 in the morning, and it's still here. And then that is expanding more towards the south. Along I-30, it almost follows it near Arkadelphia. So if you have to be on I-30, well, keep that in mind. Snow totals so far. We saw the heaviest snow of the morning so far across the higher terrain in northwest Arkansas, close to 2 to 3 inches. Closer to 2 inches in north central Arkansas, and still just less than an inch across central Arkansas. So the accumulation out for Little Rock and where Rob and Meredith are, less than an inch, so maybe even a quarter to about half an inch so far. Temperatures, another big thing to touch on this morning, because we are below freezing everywhere across the state, not just where it's snowing. 20 degrees in Little Rock, but it feels like 7. So the wind chill in Little Rock is 7. It feels like 8 degrees in Searcy, 18 for Russellville, 16 in Hot Springs. The key for today, definitely the layers. You want to keep that core warm if you have to be outside for a long period of time. Future radar, this is at 6 in the morning. It does show that band of snow expanding from northeast Arkansas, central Arkansas into east. But look at what happens here over the next half hour. Doesn't move too much. So expect the snow for at least the next 2 hours. 7:30 here, it does thin out and move off towards the east. It breaks up by 9, but then look at what happens as we head closer towards lunchtime. 12:30, snow band again across eastern Arkansas. This time it's for central and southern Arkansas, and that'll continue on and off throughout the rest of the afternoon and evening hours. It does look like it clears out by overnight tonight. Morning coffee tea forecast here. That has actually dropped. Temperatures now in the upper teens. Throughout the morning, winds out of the north, so that wind chill definitely going to be low. Winter weather forecast, I'm expecting 1 to 2 across central Arkansas, less than 1 inch across southern and far northern Arkansas. That extended forecast, it does not get above freezing today. Stay warm, stay covered up, stay layered up. 27 for today's high. It drops back into the teens tonight, but with wind chill values in the single digits for this weekend. Very cold. It does dry up, so we will see some sunshine, but it is going to be very cold still. 34 for the high on Saturday, 38 on Sunday. We're talking about the warm-up finally happening as we head towards the beginning of next week. Laura.
Thank you, Marielle. Little Rock, North Little Rock School District, and Pulaski County Special School District all closed today, and many more. We have a full list of closures on THV11.com. They're also scrolling on the bottom of your screen, and also pay attention too, because some superintendents, like in Cabot, Dr. Tony Thurman, are tweeting, yes, we're closed today. That's the good news. But the bad news is they're now open on Monday, January 16th. So stay up to date with your schools as well. We have team coverage this morning all across the state. We have Meredith Mitchell and Rob Evans checking on the road conditions, the snow amounts, and we have Raven Richards seeing how the snow is affecting your area, sending in your pictures to us. Let's start with Rob. He's at Interstate 30, and last check he had 2 snowmen built. What's the latest, Rob?
We're on snow watch 2017. Look at the giants. We'll get to the snowmen in just a moment, but first you can tell right behind me at the outlet malls here near the Saline County line that, again, a nice covering, at least a half an inch now, continuing to snow steadily. The wind is now picked up, though. It is whipping wind. It had chilled out for probably 45 minutes, but now that wind chill, it's frigid. Any exposed skin in my ears, I need to cover them up quickly because they are going to get frostbitten pretty quickly otherwise. Now, in case you're curious about the road conditions, hey, this is right here. We're talking about earlier. This is slippery. All right, I'm wearing tennis shoes and I'm sliding all over the place. There is now a little bit more wet snow than there was before. As for the snowman family, well, I built Tom. He's Papa Tom right here. And then Laura and myself got us there. And Raven right here. Raven, all petite and so cute. So that's the family, the CHV11 this morning family. Meredith, I'm going to add you over here on the side, but it's going to take a little while. It needs to snow a little more. Meredith, over to you.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, how did Tom Brannon get the day off? Lucky guy, getting his snow day. He deserves it. But we are out here in West Little Rock, and yes, it is very cold. So if you are going to get the kids out today to play and enjoy the snow, make sure that they are well bundled up and don't have much exposed skin with these temperatures. Very chilly, and the wind chill even worse. We have seen the traffic pick up quite a bit here in the past few minutes. It looks like that the interstates still remain what they appear to be wet. Now, as you enter into the intersections or come off the interstate, it does become a little bit more snow covered. But as far as the actual I-630 and the split here at the Big Rock interchange, it looks like we're just seeing wet roadways. The city streets, a different story. They are snow covered, and it looks like it's packing as well. It's some, which is making for a little bit more slick, packable snow. That dry drifting snow that we had about 2 hours ago. I just want to remind everybody, I've seen some driving that's just not appropriate in terms of not abiding the traffic laws. You can't run red lights in the snow. You still need to abide by those traffic laws. I'm sure Adam Bledsoe back there at the station can elaborate on that, but people seem to be doing whatever they want to do. Because it's snowing. So we're live out here in West Little Rock. Make sure everyone stays safe this morning. Laura will send it back into you.
Very good advice, Meredith. We want to see the conditions where you live, what they look like. Please do it safely, though. And if you're enjoying the snow, well, have fun and send us those photos. Raven Richard is monitoring our social media pages. The pictures keep on rolling in. Hey there, Raven.
Hey, good morning. That's right. They do right here. This is something pretty cool, a cool feature we have. This is called a heat map, and it actually shows us the areas where we're getting most of the pictures coming in right here. Central Arkansas. We got a lot in Little Rock, got one up in Cabot some, and also in Austin, Arkansas as well. So we can see where these pictures are actually coming in. They'll pop up here. This is one from Searcy. They are covered in snow, a lot of snow there in that neighborhood as well. Of course, you can send in us your pictures, show us what it looks like where you are, but be safe. If you're doing it, don't do it while you're driving. Absolutely not. But also, if you're making a snowman, kind of like Rob, send us a picture of that as well. Be sure to use the hashtag #BeOn11. We'll show it up here. Let everybody see it. We want to see what's going on your snow day. We're going to send things back over to Laura.
Thank you, Raven. Meteorologist Mariel Ruiz continuing to track this snow. She's got a quick check of your forecast and what we can expect, maybe even more snow later today.
Laura, expect more snow later today. Like you just said, we're going to see that band of snow continue to move through central Arkansas. That's why we do have this winter weather advisory in place throughout the day today. It started at 3 a.m. and it'll continue throughout the day just because it is going to be hazardous to get out on those roads. Try to stay off of them, and if you do, like Meredith said, take it slow. Visibilities are low, roadways are slick. We have another band of snow coming in as we head into the lunchtime hour that's going to last into the early afternoon hour. I am going to time that out for you, and we're also talking high temperatures. It's not getting above freezing today. I'm breaking it down zone by zone for you coming up right after the break. You're watching THV 11 this morning.
Now, weather from the Crane Kia Weather Garden.
It is a winter wonderland out here in the THV 11 Weather Garden. The snow is coming down beautifully. The good news is that no high winds, so it's coming straight down. And we have this nice light dusting out here, and it's just really making for a beautiful scene. It is kind of cold though, so let's go ahead and get inside. A quick check of your weather. Winter weather advisory, like I mentioned before the break, it's going to be in place throughout the day today. And this is really because of the hazardous driving that we can experience. Limited visibility while the snow is coming down, slick roadways especially for central and in northern Arkansas, where we have been seeing the snow the past hour. I'm going to go ahead and take off my scarf here, but let's talk about current visibilities. One in Searcy, about 2 miles in Little Rock, in Russellville. Now in Little Rock, it was about 3 miles, but in the past hour, it has reduced even more. So something to keep in mind here as you're headed out and about. 5 miles in Stuttgart. Snowfall totals as of right now, we are talking, this actually has updated, so if you've been staying with us, this looks a little bit different now. We are seeing a darker shade here across north central Arkansas. That's close to 2 inches of snow in some parts. So something to keep in mind here is that we're going to continue to see the snow for the next few hours. That first band swept across the north at around 1 in the morning, and then we saw it expanding more towards the south, closer to about 5 this morning. So about an hour ago, we started seeing that snowfall again in Little Rock, and it's just going to continue. We do see a break in that snow right there, just in that last frame here. So that snow will continue to expand towards the south. In Little Rock, still seeing it coming down, still limiting visibility. It is going to cause those slick roadways. Big picture, we had that cold front come through, and it really gave us a really deep layer of cold air. So the good news is that we're not dealing with any freezing rain or any ice. It's just that dry snow. But they are dealing with it way off towards the south in Louisiana. That low pressure system will continue to pump in some of that Gulf moisture, reason why we're seeing some snow. Live view max showing temperatures in the north, 0 in Kansas City, -9 in Minneapolis. Here a little bit closer to home, it's very cold out. The actual temperature in Little Rock is 20, but the feels like is 7. That has dropped 2 within the past couple of hours. We were saying 9 at around 4:30 this morning. It's gotten colder. 11 in Searcy. 16, it feels like temperature in Hot Springs. 15 in Arkadelphia, definitely very cold out there. Let's go ahead and take a look at how this band of snow will develop. Future radar at 6:30 in the morning shows that expanding across areas of northeast Arkansas into central Arkansas. I'm going to fast forward an hour here at 7. It'll continue to move off towards the east very slowly. By 8, it really does thin out across central Arkansas, expands across areas of the east. At around 9, that's when we're talking about a break in the snow, and then it's going to come back. Around 1, maybe lunchtime here. Areas for central and southern Arkansas seeing a next band of snow, and that'll last throughout the morning, or the afternoon hour, I should say. This is at around 3:30 this afternoon. It's going to thin out, and then it eventually goes completely away as we head into the evening hours. We're talking close to 2 inches in accumulation here for areas of central Arkansas. 27 degrees today. It is not going to get above freezing today. 16 overnight. 34 for Saturday, but we are going to see some sunshine come back into play for the weekend, heating up to about 38 degrees on Sunday and then 48 by Monday. So that warm up doesn't happen until next week. Laura?
Well, 38 degrees is going to feel pretty good compared to what we're feeling like right now, which is about 9 degrees. I think 38 is going to be like
great.
Go to the pool.
I love it.
I love a good snow day. A lot of schools have been closed already today. I think a lot of kids are excited. Parents, not sure. Parents.
The entire, well, I'm excited. Here's the thing, and so I want to talk about Faulkner County, because that's where I'm from.
Go ahead.
Faulkner County courthouse and Faulkner County offices are closed today, and so, you know, I might get to see my kids a little early today.
And possibly go sledding, maybe, if there's enough snow. No, you don't sled? Come on.
They don't make sleds big enough.
You just ride on your back down the hill. It'd be great.
That's
Good
exactly
fun.
right.
Hashtag be on 11. Send that in.
Oh my goodness, no. In fact, the entire state of Arkansas is closed today.
Oh,
no,
really?
not true. That's
he
not
said it.
official.
He's on his soapbox. Actually, I'm on a box right now, but I'll give you this soapbox.
That is not official, and that's a joke. But anyway, hey, so the roads are obviously going to be treacherous this morning. Make sure you check out, that's iDrive. Is that right?
iDrive Arkansas.
Yeah, absolutely. Make sure you check that out, because there's some really important information, and it's extremely helpful. And Meredith was talking about how important it is to follow the law, even when there's snow on the ground.
All right.
That's very important to do.
Speaking of Meredith, she's out there right now braving the conditions at 9-degree, chilly wind chill right now. Meredith, we'll send these out to you for a look at the roads.
Hey guys, trying to get my gloves back on after sitting in the warm car, and I was able to have an opportunity to get my toe warmers into my boots, and it's feeling good now. It is very cold, as we mentioned, feeling like 9 degrees. The wind has died down just a little bit, and so has the snowfall rate that we were seeing about half an hour ago. Now we're beginning to see some bigger flakes. These are actually some bigger snowflakes that are falling out here in West Little Rock. I'm going to step aside, and I'm going to show you guys what the roadways look like. The city streets, not that great. They're a little slick, and it's becoming a little bit more packable snow. So it's not drifting as much as it was probably about 2 hours ago. And that is going to be an issue for some vehicles, but it seems like everyone is faring the roadways pretty well as they are just taking it slow. Now, the interstates, I have to give some credit to the highway department, because they have remained wet. As you can see here, a big 18-wheeler is about to come off of I-630 headed up Financial Center Parkway. He's faring pretty well. He's heavy enough to do this. But as the cars pull up to the stoplight here, they're stopping very well, so not too bad. And the visibility seem to be improving as well. That was an issue just a little bit ago out here in West Little Rock.
And the same thing here near the Saline County line. You can see 30 behind me right here. Not a whole lot of people on the road, just a couple of tractor trailers. People are not going to school. They're not going to work today. If you don't have to be out there, don't. Again, the snow, though, here, at least near the outlet malls where we are, it has almost stopped, really. The wind is picking back up. You said the wind chill, though, 9 degrees. So you definitely want to layer up. That's the key. I'm wearing 3-4 layers right now, keeping the body temperature warm, the core warm, extra gloves. You don't need the de-icer, which is a good thing, because, again, this is a bit of a light snow. Although, as you saw earlier today, we did make some, and I'll move the slide here if you can turn this way. You can see the, again, the family we're building here. It is still packable snow, so if you want to go out with the kids, but you can go out there, you can pack it. You got to work a little harder than you would normally, but you know, you can make snowmen if you just work a little bit harder. But again, you can make snowballs, just a little fluffy snowballs. Marielle's actually keeping an eye on how much more of this snow and what type of snow is going to be coming our way. Over to you.
Thanks, Rob. I gotta say, I'm a little offended that I don't have a snowman named after me. Anyways, snow, like Rob said, it's thinning out in some areas, and like Meredith said, we're getting those big flakes in other areas, and that band of snow, it's going to continue to move to the east, and that's exactly what we're seeing. Take a quick zoom here. We're seeing that band thinning out for areas of West Little Rock, but where you see the circle, that's where we're seeing some of the bigger flakes that Meredith was talking about. But in West Little Rock, just north of that Benton line, near Salem, we're seeing just a little patch, excuse me, of that snow really thin out, and that's when we're talking about separate bands here across areas of Arkansas. So we're going to continue to keep an eye on this. It does look like some more snow is building in near Mena up towards Fort Smith ahead of the next band. We are going to talk a little bit more about that, what the afternoon is going to bring, because I am still expecting more of the snow to come into Arkansas. So we're talking more in depth about this coming up right after the break. THV 11 this morning is right back. guys, your time now, 6:23. We are talking snow all morning long. It started at around 1 a.m. for areas in Little Rock, seeing just a little bit of flurry, and then that snow band expanded towards the south. And I want to talk about what's happening right now. Our live view max showing the thick band of snow that was once across north central Arkansas moving off towards the east, but it is expanding into the south. And that's where Little Rock, Pine Bluff, Hot Springs, Arkadelphia started to see some of that snow. But it's thinning out now right behind it as this continues to move off towards the east. So whenever we were talking to Meredith about 5 minutes ago, she was saying that we were seeing the bigger snowflakes, the fluffier kind of snow, and that's what we can see right here with the darker shade that I have here in that circle. So we're going to see some of the bigger flakes, but in West Little Rock, we're already seeing some thinning out of the snow. But eventually it's going to be replaced by the big flakes before we eventually thin out, and then we see more snow building in behind it. So eastern Oklahoma right now seeing some of that snow. That band will eventually expand into Arkansas. So once you see the snow stop here, that doesn't mean it's over. We're still expecting more snow throughout the day. Live view max just towards the south, we are seeing some wintry mix type of stuff going on near Louisiana, but the good news is that we're just seeing dry snow across Arkansas. Big picture, very cold air in place. We're in the negatives across areas of Minneapolis, in the Dakotas here. The wind chill is 7 in Little Rock, and for the rest of the day, I'm not expecting these temperatures to get above freezing. The warmest it'll get is 27, 28 degrees by around 1 and 2 this afternoon, but that's when I'm expecting more snow to come into play. 6:30 on the future radar, seeing that snow expanding from eastern Arkansas towards the south. It does thin out by around 8 and 9. And then we get a break, but at around lunchtime, right after that, early afternoon, we see another band of snow from central southern Arkansas up towards the east. So southern Arkansas, you will get your fair share of the snow here as we head into the afternoon hours. Your town Friday temperatures into the mid-20s just across everywhere in the state. Expect to see cloudy conditions otherwise. Sunshine returns tomorrow, this weekend, and it finally warms up Saturday into Sunday. But hey, we are seeing some great pictures out and about, and you're all tweeting them to us. We're so thankful for that. Let's go ahead and take a look at those pictures with Raven Richard.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, we're getting a lot of activity here on the board. And actually, we have this really cool feature where we not only get the pictures, but we can see where they're coming from. You can see a lot of activity from central Arkansas is where most people are coming out of, but we do have some up in Heber Springs as well. Augusta reports near Conway as well. But let's take a look, a little closer look. This is coming. This is a picture here sent in from Dennis Decker. He used the hashtag #BeOn11. That's how you can get your pictures in as well. We got one from Kensett. This is about 3:45, so I'm sure they have a little bit more than what's in this picture. Look at that little dog too as well. And of course, we've been getting these all morning long. Be sure to send us your view. Remember, don't do it while you're driving. That's very unsafe. I know the kids will be out of school. They're looking forward to something. Show us what they're making or planning to do this morning. Be sure to use that hashtag #BeOn11. Back to you.
All right, Mariel, we may actually know the reason why we have so much snow today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you didn't even know this, right? Take a
No,
look
I
at this
didn't.
video from Episcopal Collegiate School. They are doing a snow dance. Do we have the sound on this? Oh, we don't have the sound on it, but it is so great. It is on my Facebook page. Yesterday, they did a snow dance, and this video has gone viral. It was on all major news networks this morning, and I'm telling you, whatever they did, it worked. It worked because we have a lot of school closings. You can see them scrolling on the bottom of your screen. Again, it's on my Facebook page, Laura Monteverdi. It is well worth a watch.
So you're the reason I'm working so hard this Friday.
Very true. They're the reason a lot of kids across the school, across the state have no school today. But you know what? More snow is on the way, so maybe there's a chance for some sledding. Who knows? I mean, who knows?
I mean, I think if you can find a nice hill once the sun's up, I think it makes some decent sledding. You know, what we used to do back in my day.
What did you do?
We would tear up the cardboard boxes and then just use cardboard to slide, because that even works on grass.
You do what you can.
So even if you get just that very thin, light dusting of snow, you can still slide on the grass underneath that.
Well, Rob Evans is already making a family of snowmen, so I think that we're going to do just fine today.
I think so too.
All right, we'll have another look at your forecast, plus checking on those snow totals that we're getting too, coming up on THV 11 this morning. Stay with us.